Welcome everyone, this is your own channel Learner's Saga. In this video we will discuss the poem Wind by Subramania Bharati. The poem is actually in Tamil and it's translated into English by A.K. Ramanujan. It is given in your book also. You can see Subramania Bharati and translated from the Tamil by A.K. Ramanujan. The word wind, as is the title, it signifies the challenges in life. But before starting this poem, I like to request you to press the like button and subscribe the channel if you are new, and also to comment and share the video. So without wasting any time, let's begin. Wind, come softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. Wind, come softly. The very first line is an address made to the wind. So when any object, an inanimate object, is addressed, then we may call that as a rhetorical figure or literary device that is known as personification. So here, wind comes softly is an example of personification. How? Here the word wind is personified. How it is personified? As the word wind is an inanimate object and it is addressed by the poet to come softly, as if wind is a human being. That's why it's personified. So, wind comes softly. The poet is addressing the wind to come softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Again, the poet is requesting, don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. That means the papers that are in the household, that are the household things that are in the almirah or in the table. Don't scatter them. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. Yes, don't scatter, don't throw down all the books on the shelf. Students, you can see here the lines are starting with don't in 3 consecutive lines. Don't break the shutters, don't scatter the papers, don't throw down the books on the shelf. So when this type of literary device we find, we call this anaphora. Don't. You can see here consecutively at 3 lines. They are starting with the word don't. Don't break the shutters, don't scatter, don't throw. This is called anaphora. It's a literary device or a rhetorical figure or figure of speech, whatever you may say. It's anaphoric sentence. It's anaphora, example of anaphora. So the poet is actually addressing the wind to come softly. Again, it has also the inner meaning. However, we will discuss this later. At first, let's do the apparent meaning. You tore the pages of the books. Yes, you have torn the pages of the books, winds. You brought rain again. Again you have brought rain. So these lines are very easy to understand as far as the apparent meaning is concerned. Now if we are to analyze this poem in depth or in another way, such as the inner meaning, it stands as the wind stands, symbolizes the challenges in life. So the poet is requesting the challenges to come softly in a person's life. And don't break the shutters of the windows. That means without damaging the person's physical and mental statures. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. That means if we are to take this as the internal meaning, the wind has damaged the physical and the mental stature of the person. You tore the pages of the books. That means the wind has, or the difficulties or the challenges in life has torn a particular person's daily activities, or his life is in a turmoil situation. You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. You are very clever at poking fun. Poking fun means making fun. The wind is very clever to make fun at the weaklings, those persons who are weak. Okay. You are very clever to make fun at the weak persons. Frail, crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters. So, all the things that are frail means weak. All the things that are weak, you can easily make them fun. You can fun at. You are poking fun at them. That means you are very clever to damage the reputation of those people who are already weak. But in case of strong people, you are not like. We will read this. We will read that portion later. So here, as it is given, you are very clever at poking fun and weaklings. That means the weak persons. Frail means weak. Crumbling houses. Crumbling means to cause something to break. To cause something to break. Crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters. Rafters, the meaning is given already. The rafters means the pillars, you may say. Crumbling hearts. You are crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. So all the things are crumbling. Crumbling means, as it is written here, I have written for you, you can see, to cause something to break. So you are breaking the houses, you are breaking the doors, you are breaking the rafters, the pillars, the wood, everybody, lives also, and mental stature, that is the another thing, heart. So wind, in a form that symbolizes the challenges in life, it's creating a huge damage in a person's life. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. He won't do what you tell him. The wind god. So here is the attribution. The wind, it is taken as God. The wind god winnows. Winnow is actually a verb. Winnow mean to separate the husk from the corn by blowing on it, and crushes them all. As a winnower separates the husk from the corn, similarly the wind separates or shifts the weak people from the strong one. Those who are strong people, they remain intact, and the people who are not quite strong, or you may say the weaklings, they are shifted or thrown away by the wind. And these words, students, crumbling, all the things you can see, crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling wood, etc. It's an example of repetition. Okay, it's also an example of repetition. It's a rhetorical figure, repetition. You may also say, in this case, the wind god winnows. It's an example of alliteration. In an alliteration, the word or letter is repeated in a successive or nearly successive words, you may say. So here W, the letter W is repeated. That's why it's alliteration, an example of alliteration. So the apparent meaning, the wind winnows and crushes everything. But like the inner meaning says, the wind as a god, or the challenges or the adversities of life, it separates the strong people from the weaker ones. He won't do what you tell him. The wind will not listen to you. The wind will not listen to you. It will do whatever he likes. See here, the wind shifts those people who are weak by crushing them and making them falling. Okay, and the meaning of this line, you may say, he won't do what you tell him. That means the problems, the inner meaning, the problems will not obey us. If we are to say the problems will be according to us, favoring us, they will not. So come, let's build strong homes. So let's build strong homes to safeguard ourselves from the damaging power of wind. We should build strong homes, and internally it means we should make our body and mind strong. Let's join the doors firmly. Practice to form the body. Make the heart steadfast. So all the things are necessary to ward off the wind, the wind's destructing power. The poet wants us to make friendship with the wind, that is, the adversities in life. If we make friendship with the adversities of life, then everything will be quite easy for us. The challenges will not be then difficult. That's the thing the poet wants us to do. Do this and the wind will be friend with us. And if we can do this, then the wind will be friends with us. Okay. Do this. What is this? All these things. That means we are to build strong homes. We are to join the doors firmly and practice to form the body. And the inner meaning is we are to make ourselves stronger and physically and mentally stout. The wind blows out weak fires. He makes strong fires roar and flourish. Yes, I find this is the most important sentence from the poem. See, the wind blows out weak fires. He makes strong fires roar and flourish. Very good line. That means probably you have seen when the fire is weak, the fire that has no much fuel, you may say, only a little fuel remains, then the wind blows out that fire because the fire is weak. But if the fire is very strong, then the wind, when it blows through that fire, it creates a roaring sound and thereby it flourishes or it glows. Okay, so when the wind blows through the weak fire is blown out. But when the wind blows through the strong fire, it creates a roaring sound and the fire also flourishes or the fire increases. This is the apparent meaning, students. But the inner meaning is, if we are to take wind as the challenges in our life, it means that the challenges, if we face the challenges, then we will be like strong fires. And if we succumb to the challenges, then we are like the weak fires that will be blown out by the challenges or the hardships in life. In order to roar and flourish like the strong fires, we are also to face the challenges in life. We are to accept the challenges in life. We are to face the hardships in life and fight with the challenges and thereby make ourselves victorious. His friendship is good. Yes, if we make friendship with wind, then its friendship is good. How? If we make friendship with the hardships in our life, then there will be nothing that will torment us or disturb us. We praise him every day, and we should praise him, that means the wind god, every day. So students, this is the poem. Actually it has two meanings, as I told you. So if we have to gist this up, I can say the poet has linked destructive power of wind to the adversities of life and says that the weak people break down, but stronger people emerge out of adversities becoming stronger. We should be mentally tough and physically strong in order to survive hardships of life. A weak person is like a weak building. We must make friendship with these destructive forces with our strength and determination. So, up to this, students. But if you have any problem regarding the poem or anything, your suggestion, you may please comment to me. I will try to reply you all. So till then, goodbye.